What's up guys, Cody here, and welcome to a Napoleon Total War video. So today I have a replay for you guys. Now, this replay was sent in to me by Benny, thank you very much, and he's going to be in command of the French. We are on Arid Cliffs, the map, very interesting map. Taking a look at it, you can see a very big hill in the center. And there's actually some crucial or choke points throughout the map, so it's going to be very interesting. And then over here, Benny's ally is going to be in command of Great Britain. So let's go over Benny's army real quick. Rules for this battle: no artillery, max 5 lights. Starting with the cavalry, he has 3 chasseurs à cheval in the back. He also has 3 old guard in the back. And then for his line infantry, 4 Swiss foot, and then it looks like 5 chasseurs. On the far right flank, he has 2 lancers. Nice, very nice. Cav killing force right there. And then he has a general staff. Let's take a look at his allies build. Starting from the left and going to the right, he has some light dragoons. What is that? Highland foot. I thought it was a light dragoon unit. That was a line unit. That's weird. Okay, but it looks like he's just got some straight cavalry in the mix. So a Highland foot there. But he has a really big melee force. Not melee force, line force. He does have some more cavalry. He's got the Royal Scots Grey. Oh gosh. And some lifeguards. Now for his light infantry, it looks like he's brought 3 light foot. Can't see the others. So he brought a pretty small light force, only consisting of 3, and then you can just see it's kind of hard to tell the units, but a lot of elite units. Got the Coldstream, foot guards, and then on the right flank he's got some King's German Legion Legion foot. But going over the enemies now, Benny and his allies are going to be facing the Ottomans. So they're going to take their time and slowly march up this hill. His other ally, on the other hand, is going to be running up the hill. So they're going to be taking the hill first, and we will see how that goes for them. It looks like there is some cav movement on the far right flank, or left flank for the British. It looks like the Ottomans are scaring away the British cav, knowing that the Ottomans have a much superior cav force. But would you look at this? Look how much cavalry these two armies brought together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we got a cav charge straight into the foot guard. Foot guard are prepared. They do form square, so he's not going to take too many losses from that. The Safai cavalry are going to sustain quite a bit of losses, but they are a pretty elite unit, so wow. Even in square, brought them down to 90 units, or 90 men. That is insane. Over here we got another cav charge. Got some mounted goons over there, taking some nice shots off these foot. But right now, the Ottomans are looking very good right now. You see, they have claimed the hill. That's where Great Britain is struggling to push up. Over here, it looks like the foot weren't able to form square, so the Highland, or the Safai cavalry, get an excellent charge in, bringing them down to 59 guys. Great job by the cavalry there. But he is going to be taking a lot of losses now. You see he's got some line infantry down here on the hill. They actually do break the Safai guard, but the foot guard do also break, so a very even trade right there. Over here we got some mounted camel gunners, and they're going to be opening up on these foot units right here. Now if you guys don't know, camels do have a 100 range, so it does count as a light unit, so hopefully he did follow the rules. But it looks like Britain's going to be pulling back, seeing that he's just taking tremendous losses right now, and his numbers are very depleted. So, massive cav force, like I said, and they're going to be double teaming Great Britain, it looks like. Benny does have a good formation here. He's going to be pushing in on their sides and hopefully outflanking them, because as of now, the Ottomans are kind of everywhere. They don't have a true formation going for them. Over here we got some camels now pushing up. Pretty healthy, but they are going to get shot by some foot. They're going to be, yes, they're going to be charging into these lights. Not the best unit to charge with. Camels are pretty slow, but they will do the job. Over here, Britain actually sending a flanking force. Very daring right here. You got some light dragoons, and they're going to be flanking around the side. Once again, guys, I have no clue as to what is going to be going on in this battle. It's going to be my first time looking at it as well. But Britain seems to have gotten his act together. He actually did manage to get some guys on the hill. He's got some Highland foot and square prepared for this cavalry. But excellent choice by the Ottoman player, bringing some shooter cav. Those guys are going to be very, very deadly. Foot guards spread out. Very good formation here. And now Benny is going to be pushing up on the flank as well. Ottomans are prepared. They are sending their massive light force over there as well. And some line infantry. But it does look like the French have a slight hill advantage here. So that might go in the French favor. But just take a look at how many units are here. This is unbelievable. The Ottomans are just super clustered, or really tight formation. You just see, looking at the map, how densely populated they are in that one little area. Britain still, he's doing good. He's doing good. He did suffer quite a bit of losses at the start, but he is starting to overcome that, and he's pushing up his troops now. He's actually getting some lights up the hill. He desperately needs these guys. He needs as much firepower as possible. It looks like the British player is actually getting some nice flanking fire. You see they're going to be shooting the infantry. It looks like the Ottoman player does realize that, and he's going to reform his line. Because pretty much the only thing that's holding back the British force is this one cav unit. That's pretty much the only thing on his flank at the moment. So if the British player can eliminate that cavalry, he's going to be in a much better position. Over here, not too sure why his lights are not in light formation. He could be saving a ton of men by doing that. But it also does look like he's shooting the hill. And it looks like friendly fire is occurring. So that is not good. I hear a cav charge. Okay, so we got some Safai cavalry. Safai guard cav. Where are they charging? French are going... I think they're charging into the French. We will see very shortly. Looks like he's sending some Janissaries as well. They are very deadly, but they are going to be pretty tired by the time they do reach that French line, just because of how far they are running. Usually you want to walk your guys, to the last second and then charge. British player notices that, so he's going to fall back. Chaucher is a little late. You see some guys flying right there. But the line infantry is going to hold phenomenally. He does manage to get square. That is good as well. And this Safai Cav is really going to get slaughtered now. You can see red morale already down to 17 guys. Not looking good whatsoever. But who knows? I mean, that was just a couple of units. Things are still extremely even. Over here, sending some Janissaries in to these foot. Very healthy, but they are exhausted. So that's going to play a big factor in this engagement. So they're going to be charging into foot guard with 64 men. And he has 107, so the Ottomans are favored in this engagement, especially because they have a very elite melee skill with those knives, or swords, excuse me. Old Guard just chilling back, waiting for their, them to be used, just like how Napoleon played with them, or used them, just keeping them in reserves until, really needed them. Good flanking fire by Benny with these Chauchers. Devastating those Janissaries and just limiting how powerful those guys can be. But the Ottomans are going to counter with some line infantry, and these guys are not in light formation, so they're going to suffer a lot more losses than what they should be. Looks like the Ottoman general did inspire his men right there. We got a general's bodyguard, and we got some more Janissaries now pushing up. This is insane. But in terms of the British force, you can see he's starting to get overwhelmed on this one flank, just because of the numbers the Ottomans have. We got another cav charge, this time into the light infantry. 16 guys though, not going to have a huge impact, but they will stop or prevent most of the firing from this unit, so that is good. Over here, it looks like those Janissaries were repelled. Pretty depleted Swiss foot, but that is okay. Where is that British cav? Did they? Huh, that is very strange. Oh, here they are. Okay, so they did a full lap around the map. Okay, so light engagement is still continuing, very even right now. But like I said, the French do have a slight hill advantage. British too, they kind of blended units. But Britain is not looking good on this left flank right here. You can see the Ottomans do have the hill advantage right here, and let's just take a look at these bodies. These are Janissaries and a lot of British line infantry. We got another Janissary unit coming in for a charge. Ooh, they're up against Coldstream. That is not going to be a fun match for those Janissaries. Another nice charge by those Janissaries, but they do have some chevrons, so that will hopefully help out their engagement. Over here, once again, another melee charge. So the Ottomans are just going all out with their melee units right now. He still has another in reserve, but I believe this is the last Janissary unit with this general's bodyguard for morale. Lights for the Ottomans doing a nice job, but very, very nice engagement right now. But it does seem that the Ottomans are losing a little bit more units. Looking at the mini-map, you can see there's many more red dots and blue dots that are routing. Over here we have once again another cav charge, but this time Benny is very prepared. You see he has 3 chasseurs protecting these line and lights. The line and lights are going to break though. They've just been through too much combat and their numbers are just way too low. These guard cav are now going to charge, and it looks like they're going to be going down the line now. Good move here by the Ottoman player, just running down the line, making sure most of those units do not fire, and this is going to allow the Ottoman line infantry and light infantry to get some excellent volleys off. Okay, so over here, it looks like Britain is going to be forced back. Those Janissaries are just way too much for the British player to handle. And where did the Coldstream go? Huh. Did they break? There's no way they could have broken. I would be extremely surprised if those Coldstream broke. I actually think they broke. Where are they? We're on the quest to find the Coldstream. Wow. Well, anyways, moving on. It just shows you the power of these Janissaries and how effective they can be if you do manage them correctly. Ottoman players getting a little bit of ahead of himself, excuse me. He doesn't have the support of his line infantry at this point, and his guys are getting very tired. So that is going to once again play a big factor here. And look at this, Benny's actually going to be using his old guard now. So oh, we got a cav push here. Looks like some chasseurs. They're going to be engaging on these line infantry. Good volley there, dropping a few guys. Very nice. But actually, things seem to be evening out right now. You can see pretty big, massive blue troops that are routing from the battlefield. Janissary is still doing an excellent job. We got the lifeguards here. Very elite cav unit for the British. They're going to be charging into these Janissaries. And with the old guard, these Janissaries are just not going to be able to survive this. They're going to break too many elite troops. And look at this. 2 exhausted Janissaries going up against some old guard. Not the smartest move by the Ottomans. Over here though, it looks like Benny managed to get some cav behind the Ottomans' lines. And he's going to get a wonderful charge off on these light infantry, sending guys flying. Beautiful. And those lights, very healthy at first, are now going to break just because they were unprotected. Over here, it looks like Benny is not paying attention and is in square. Okay, there he goes. Now he notices. So he's going to pull out of that square just because if he stayed in, he would have gotten slaughtered. But things are still somewhat even. The British player has very, very few units left. He does have some cavalry in the back. I believe they're light dragoons. And he's going to be putting them to use. So great job by the British and French player, getting some phenomenal charges in the back of the Ottomans. Let's just check out this charge. And he is not forming square. You see this unit is not in square formation. And he's really going to suffer, you know, the consequences for doing that. And you see the morale is red right there, and they do break. And I hear a mass charge. Oh no! Looks like the French player is just going to go engage in melee. Just charging his units in, Benny. Oh, lovely stuff. So you're going to have a massive melee engagement. You see the Ottomans, just like that, the game is almost over. Ottomans do not have many units left. And look at this massive melee charge. Cavalry doing a phenomenal job. Look at the cav force, guys. 7 units. Unbelievable. And the Ottomans, just like that, they had a huge army and it just disintegrated into pretty much nothing. So the battle is already over. Benny with the phenomenal charge, actually killing the Ottoman general. Beautiful stuff. And look at his force, still a very, very sizable force. Taking a look there. So awesome job, Benny. You know, MVP, 1,300 kills. His ally also doing a phenomenal job, 900 kills. And the enemies did a good job too. Very similar in stats. You see 700 kills and also 700 kills. Let's look at the unit statistics. Old Guard on top. Pretty funny just because they were sitting back for most of the time and they still managed to get, you know, the most kills. So great job there. Let me scroll down for you guys to see the units. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you, Benny, so much for sending me this replay. And sorry for the lack of uploads, guys. I've just been busy lately. Hope you guys do understand that. But that is pretty much it, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.